Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading. My name is Blair, and I thought I'd jump right in. I was doing a pre-shuffle on your reading, and what I wrote down was insanity on a loop is stupidity, not alchemy. So I don't know what's transpired for a lot of you guys. Person's perceiving you for who you are. And that isn't a good thing or a bad thing, it just is what it is. So depending on what type of work you've been doing in terms of this experience called life, Gemini, we're definitely gonna go ahead and take a look. Keep in mind, just apply this to where it applies, you get me? Placements matter, so definitely look at where you see Gemini, the ruling house of Gemini, as well as where you see Mercury in your chart, just to get an idea as to what's going on. Just going into the reading, there is a sense of you've reached a wall when it comes to really understanding that fetch isn't going to happen. It never was happening, and the reason why you believed it was happening was because of the constructs that you've created around you that feed into a level of delusion. You maybe take care of a lot of people, maybe you deal with a lot of different energies around you. You are someone that people rely on in a particular way. So in doing so, people tend to adhere to your wants, your opinions, your needs at the basis of either being fed, keeping a job, being in a relationship, whatever. The Devil card came out for you guys. I think a lot of you guys are really contemplating escaping whatever situation that you're currently in. These past couple of weeks, I would say even this past weekend has been one of a lot of revelations that's put you in a very defensive mode. There is a sense of wanting to escape, travel, going somewhere to really set another dynamic in motion. And in actuality, Spirit is really trying to put you in a stasis of breaking old habits of doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, Gemini. A lot of you guys are going to get the opportunity to really establish yourselves and really kind of get into a stasis of not being reliant on person's opinions and in turn siphoning their admiration, but really finding that source of validation from within yourself so that you can progress and transcend this level that you guys have been on for a minute now. A perpetual loop of the same circumstances, new players, same game, same archetypes, a amplified version of what was experienced maybe in the past. Just looking at the transits currently now, we're looking at, for some of you guys, your Saturn returns, finding a balance between following your destiny and just being in perpetual judgment. And being in perpetual judgment, a lot of times people in that energy tend to adhere to a lot of the social constructs that keep that perception consistent. You guys need to really do the work that's needed to really transcend this stasis of perpetual loops. Emperor energy, right next to the Magician card. The Magician card is your card. It's a Gemini card. As well as the Emperor card, which associates with Aries. Boundaries that you may have not been adhering to when it comes to other persons, and for some of the collective, boundaries that you haven't been adhering to yourself. And when I say boundaries, like knowing yourself and knowing certain attributes that may not be conducive to who you're trying to become, keeping those attributes of yourself in a particular equilibrium so that progress can be made when it comes to your own internal evolution. A lot of temptations, a lot of like feminine energies here heavily, so I'm gonna be talking to like a player set of my Geminis out here. You know, one finds out, you just find another one. If one finds out, you just find another one. You know, it's a scarcity, poverty mindset. Hermit card, a lot of introspection needs to be done. A lot of Geminis that I'm speaking to right now hide behind a lot of the players that they've constructed with their mental prowess around them. And it's almost as if they're in a playhouse or even a theater house, doing the work needed to really transcend this aspect of yourself. You know, you're birthing something new. You're birthing something new, a new aspect of yourself. You know, a new ideology, the Hierophant, a new set of principles. Literally. Clarity is definitely coming in. Secrets have been revealed, which in turn have given you a level of clarity and opportunity to really evolve and grow. And that can look differently depending on the Geminis I'm speaking to. That clarity could have come in by you being told a particular matter or being shown a particular confirmation on a opinion or assumption that you had. Or this could have come in for some of you guys as you being brought to light, you being exposed to a particular matter, and now it's on you on whether or not you are going to repeat this loop of trying to make fetch happen, or are you going to allow yourself to swift through this emotional vulnerability of being exposed and really transcending into a new aspect of yourself and tapping more into a more refined kind of aspect of teaching with an authenticity and not through admiration. Yeah, a lot of you guys, interesting energy for you guys, definitely. You know, it's time to let go of these charming, charismatic attributes of oneself and allow yourself to really authentically be in this physicality so that you can actually feel the emotions that you perceive and are able to act out in a way that is deemed as reality. When in such, you're not allowing yourself to really feel. Just do the work needed to progress through this current simulated experience that you're having right now. You know, these next 2 years is going to be a doozy. So just be in your authentic truth. And sometimes that means being in your vulnerability and just saying when you're wrong. Or for some of you, it's really stepping into your authoritative stance and in your power now that you're being given the clarity needed to harness your intellectual prowess for the masses. So depending on what side of the spectrum you are on when it comes to high vibes and low vibes, either way, you guys take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and see you soon. Bye.